In this video, we will discuss how AI may actually change the way that drug and alcohol testing is performed in the future. So we all know that AI is changing everything about modern life, and there's a push now to use AI technology to test for, again, drug and alcohol impairment. And in this video, we're going to look at one specific company, Gaize AI, and this was actually asked to me in the comments of one of my other videos. So if you have questions, please ask those in the comment section. Sometimes I answer them directly in the comments, and sometimes I make a full video. So we're going to discuss how this Gaize AI technology actually works. We're going to look at the science, and we're going to discuss whether it has the potential for changing the way the drug and alcohol testing is performed. What I think almost everybody wants, whether you are the one performing the test or mandating the test, the federal government or a private company, or you are the individual being tested, you have to have a drug test performed on you, let's say, or you're just the general public. What do almost all want? And I think it is for people who are in positions that they're operating large pieces of machinery, safety-sensitive employees, truck drivers, pilots, railroad engineers, these types of individuals, and just the general public who are operating large pieces of machinery, i.e. cars. For those individuals, while they're doing the specific activity, to not be impaired, to not have their senses dulled, their reaction times dulled by any substance, whether it's alcohol, drugs, whatever. Lives are at stake, potentially hundreds of thousands of dollars or millions of dollars. So I think that would be potentially the holy grail if we could just determine if the individual is impaired at the time they are performing that function. The reality currently is that the federal government, if you're a safety-sensitive employee, still requires urine drug testing, and that does not detect impairment. So I'm, as always, going to leave a link to my preferred home drug tests in the description of this video. Home drug testing is the easiest thing that you can do to figure out where you actually stand before an official drug test, and also a link to my free masterclass. We obviously can't post this kind of subject matter here on YouTube, but it is 100% free. Check both of those links out in the description of this video. And the federal government, at least, is very slowly attempting to move towards saliva testing. So saliva testing instead of a urine test. This has a much smaller detection window specifically for marijuana, so it won't test it for months on end. It can only be detected for a few days, but that still doesn't detect for impairment at the time of performing the test. So let's look at this new company and determine if they might be able to change how marijuana testing or testing for marijuana impairment might be able to be changed in the future. So Gaize AI uses AI technology to deliver similar tests to the ones that law enforcement perform in field sobriety tests. So if you get pulled over because you were swerving, the officer, and he's often specially trained, will perform field sobriety tests, and he'll be looking at your eyes. So Gaize AI has developed a headset, and it looks like the Meta Oculus headset, you know, that white headset that kind of wraps around your eyes, completely controls your vision. And they use this headset to monitor things like horizontal gaze nystagmus, vertical gaze nystagmus, lack of convergence, among others. So the same or similar tests that are performed, again, at the side of the road by a trained officer, but in a very controlled environment, meaning they can control the light. The detection is not done by an individual where there could be individual error. The officer could just be not having a good day, or it could be at night, or it could be raining and there's bad light. So it's just in a very, very controlled environment, but it's the same tests. They do claim through their research that they have over a 98% accuracy in detecting known indicators of impairment through these vision or these ocular tests. So 98% accurate in performing and interpreting the field sobriety tests, but not necessarily 98% accurate in determining if you have used alcohol, marijuana, or any other drug. The question is, could this be the future of drug and alcohol impairment testing? So for alcohol and marijuana, I am optimistic. It looks like we're potentially moving in the right direction, but I personally still don't fully trust field sobriety tests to determine with a high accuracy impairment. And I have done a separate video on officers pulling over individuals who are completely sober and then performing field sobriety tests and then arresting these individuals for drunk driving and for marijuana. There have been a number of studies that field sobriety tests can have a lot of false positives, again, meaning that sober people are often accused of being impaired. So the question really, I guess, is would this technology, would Gaize AI's technology take out that human error element? That's really the key. So let me finish this video with stating my opinion on where Gaize AI may take drug and alcohol testing. So for alcohol impairment testing, I could see Gaize AI having a place. It would be like every officer is issued potentially these Gaize AI goggles, these VR goggles, and they carry them with them. So if they stop somebody potentially for drunk driving, they can put the headset on the individual. They won't have to call another individual, a supervisor, whatever, somebody that's trained in performing these tests. So again, it automates the process, but also the Gaize AI goggles records everything that happens. So instead of just relying on the officer and taking his word for it, or maybe his body cam, they have body cams now, but that's not really going to show exactly what's happening with the eyes. The Gaize AI goggles will record all of the eye movements, and then that information, those videos, can be used in court, again, to determine by experts if the test was interpreted correctly or not. But there's a couple issues with being able to use this technology for marijuana impairment. Number one is that we don't have the advantage of having a breathalyzer to use to be 100% certain that that person is impaired at the time of the test. So let's say they fail the field sobriety tests. We don't have a marijuana breathalyzer that we can definitively determine that the person is under the influence at that time. So typically what will happen is if you fail the field sobriety test, you're taking back to the station, and then they will make you blow in the machine to determine how much alcohol is in your system. We don't have that with marijuana. And number two, marijuana is still illegal. It's still illegal at this point. So I don't think we're going to move to a point nationally, federally, that we're going to be able to allow people any more leniency than what we have currently, meaning that we're not going to just allow people to use the drug marijuana and then try to catch them afterwards, catch them while they're under the influence. I think we are still, as a nation, as a government, again, federally, in a place where we are going to try to prevent people from using marijuana. So it's a different way of thinking about it. Alcohol is still much more accepted in America than marijuana.